Hey guys, in this video we will design these three cards that you can see on your screen. So the today's theme will be this because you know already how to design simple card, but in this video you will learn to design animated video that you can see on your screen when I like move my mouse on any of the card. The image had some little animation you can see, and this looks very nice if you like add in your projects or in your website. Then definitely it will attract your user, and it will bring back your users, right? If your user had come on your website before, then it will like attract them and will bring them again to your website. So uh, so first of all, uh, I want to tell you that we will use only HTML and CSS. uh, okay, so give me some time to set up my VS Code and browser. Now I am ready with my setup. So you can see this is the HTML file. The template is already written, and this comment you are seeing right now on my screen is my three image links. So I have kept it here so that I don't want to lose the links. Right now I have one more file called CSS. Like, I have added the links into my HTML file, and let's start the uh, projects. So I have like opened my live server. So let's design. Let's give the content first, and then we will jump into the CSS part. So let me write the what we can call the structure of the card. So the uh, first container that I want to give is card container. So this container will hold all the three cards that you saw earlier, right? And here, let's first design the first card, and then we just after design get complete, then we can just copy the one card into three, right? So just design the first, and everything will be just copy pasting after that. Div, let's give class name card. And now what uh, I want to separate the card into two parts. The first part will hold the image, and the second part of the card will hold the content, or you can say body of the card. So the first, I need to create two div. The first one will hold the image, or you can comment here image, and here give the comment card body. Now here you give the image, what we can say, image tag. Now you need to give the image link. So let me copy the links from here and paste it here. Okay, and let's give some class name to this also. Image containers. Now the first part is done. Let's go to the second part. The second part, let's give the class name first, or ID or class. This will be card content, or you can say body, and this will contain one date. So for that I will use paragraph tag, and this will hold the date. So I have put have written the today's date, and the second thing it will hold is the title. So I can give my first uh, animated card, and the third content it will hold is the little bit description about the card, right? So I can give this video will be like this video will uh, uh, be on designing animated card, because you know we are tired of designing same card over and over again. So I have given the description. Now I think the HTML part is done, and we just need to go to the CSS file and write the style. So let me give some space here, so that you can see the content, or you can say card. So now we just need to give the style. So first of all, I want to give uh, card border, so that you can see the card. So I have given, but it's not working. Let's see why. Okay, it's I have written the wrong last name, so now it is working. The image is very big, so we need to bring it, or you can say you can give width and height to the image. It will be then okay, but let's first do the outer part. So we have given the card uh, border. Let's give display, what we can say, or let's leave it. Let's go to the image. So the image, how can I select? You just need to give image container, and let's give border first and see blue, and let's give width 100%, and height will be 50%. Okay. We need to also give some height and width to the card. So give it width 320 pixel, and let's give height 420. Okay, and now you need to just give some width and height to image container. And how will I select the image? I will give image like this and give width 100%, and height will be 100%. Okay, now you can see on your screen that the image is shrinked, and the what we can say, beauty of the image is gone, right? So to maintain the aspect ratio, we use what we call that object fit uh, curve. So you can see on your screen. Okay, the next thing you will do is what we can say, uh, let's remove the border. I don't need that, and give some border radius to the container first. Border radius, I need to give 5 pixel, and rest two corner will be uh, without any border radius. But you can see there is no uh, border radius applied, because you also need to give it to the images. Right now you can see uh, the border radius is applied. Now the next thing you need to do, you also need to give some border radius to uh, card, the outer card, right? So you can see the edges is now little bit smooth curve. Now what you need to do, also give some cursor pointer to the uh, card, so that you can when mouse get onto it, it get changed to pointer, right? The next thing you need to do is uh, display flex and flex direction column, bring it in the column, and align everything in the center vertically and horizontally as well. So now uh, this is done. What we need to do next is go to the container, because you have already done the images container. Now what we need, border is done, height width is done. Now you just need to give some what we can say, animation here to the images. You can see I have selected the images, and you just give some animation so that it look nice as earlier. So first you need to use transform, because I want to uh, scale this image a little bit, right? And you can see it is overflowing, so you need to give overflow hidden to the container of the image, right? Overflow hidden. Now it's good. The next thing, the next property you have to use, like when I hover my mouse, it should like it should shrink a little bit. So uh, in the previous in my previous one of my video, I like explained the transition properties, and I said that whenever you want to do any animation on your mouse, on any action like mouse hover or mouse click, so you need to use transition properties of CSS, right? So before that, if you remember, if you recall the previous like earlier uh, design, the image was little bit blurred, right? So for making image blur, you need to use filter properties, and here you need to use filter function, and you need to give some pixel to this, how much you want the image to get blurred, right? So let's give one. Okay, this is good. The next thing you will do is you will use transition properties, because you want to animate on mouse hover, right? So you will use transition property. Here you need to give what property you want to animate. So you can, if you recall the starting, when I was hovering on it, the image was getting this blur properties are going out, and the like the image was getting smaller. So these two properties you need to animate in the transition. So to do that, we what we do is we name the uh, name that property here. What is that? Transform, and we separate it by comma, and we give how much in how much time you want to animate, like how long the animation will go. So then you need to give in second, and then if you want another property, another css property to get animated in this transition, then you need to also use comma, like, yeah, comma. And I have did something wrong here. You do not need to use comma here. You, if you have to separate two properties of css, then you will use uh, what we call comma. Then the second property I am giving filter. This will be 2 second, for 2 second, and you will need to give the transition uh, function, timing function, if you can recall from my last video. So here I am giving timing function, so you can give linear or anything according to that. According to this value, you are selecting like the animation will go faster in the starting, or slower, or uh, like faster in the ending, slower in the middle. So this function will do this work, right? It will tell the browser how like the animation will be slower in the like middle, or faster, right? So this is done. Now you can see, if I am moving my mouse on it, there is no animation going on. Then if you can recall, if you are using transition, you need to use the pseudo class. Then use this, and what I want is, when I hover, not only image, I want when the card get hovered, the image get uh, should get animated. So I want to select the card, and when it get hovered, I want my image container, and inside that image it should like the fading or the blur should be the blur should be like gone. Then you need to use again filter, because this is the property that you have used earlier to make it blur, and you can use blur 0. So when you hover on this, it will the blur will go right. You can see, if you notice. Now the next thing you want to do is, when I hover, when I move my mouse, the image should get smaller. You can see here I use transform to scale it here, but I now want to make it smaller. Then you will use the same property here as well. On hovering, transform, and you use scale. I want it this much. You can see the blur is going out and the image is getting uh, smaller, right? And right now the blur is not visual clearly, so you can also use another uh, function as well. You can see a scale, grayscale. It will also work the same, but this time it will be more clear to user. You can give it 0. So when I hover and see, let me, okay, when I am hovering this, the blur is going out. Now let's design the second body content. Content here, and what I want is padding should be, no, first I need to select card body padding. I want, because I don't want this text to be touching the boundary. I just want to give some padding here. Padding, let's 1 RM. Okay, this is good now. Now let's give some background color. I have the code of that color, hash code, not this E8B44C. Okay, and give some what we can give height 50%. Okay, now you can see here the boundary is not curved, so you need to give border radius as well. Border radius, I don't want to give border here, not here, just 2 parts. So first 2 will be 0 and the last 2 will be 5 pixel, 5 pixel. So this is now applied. Let's remove the boundary from that. Now you just need to design this text, like the padding margin. So let's do that also. Card body, and let's design the date first. So paragraph, and give the font width, font weight a little bit bolder. So I am giving it 600, and font size 13. I want it to be little bit smaller. I think this is not working on the that is the wrong part. Now it get applied. Now the next thing I want to border. Let's remove the border from the bottom, because you can see here the border is very large. Not border, margin is very large. Margin bottom. Let's give it. I think this will be good. And let's give font family. I think Arial will be good. Okay, and this is done. And what I need to do is, let's leave it. Let's design the what we can say, this uh, the heading. So you just need to select, give the selector. This is the S3. So here I write S3, and first of all, what I want is, let's give some another font family. Font family Arial. Yeah, this time will be Arial again. And let's give color as well. Color, let's give it white. Okay. And what I want, margin, let's remove the margin from the top, because you can see here margin is little bit either. So give it 0. Okay. And also remove the with what we can say, height between these two. Then you need to use bottom, margin bottom. Let's give it how much should I give? Not this. This will be good. Okay, it's not applied, so leave it. We will do it later. Line height. I want to. Okay, line height. See, if this heading is bigger, then this is of course definite that it will come down, right? So I also want to give the space between these lines, right? So you need to use line height. In case if the heading is bigger, right? That's why I'm giving the line height. Let's give it 10%. And what I need, font is already applied. Now let's design the last description thing, card body, and here is the H6. So give H6. First of all, font I want to change, not size, font family. I want note to is not available here, so I will use Google font. Google font. Just, yeah, I have already selected that. You just need to copy the import, and you can paste it on the top in the CSS file, and copy the CSS property from here, and wherever you want, put it there. It will be applied. Okay, so you can also add the link in the index file, index HTML file, or you can also use import in the CSS file, whichever way you like you want, you can use. So let's go here and let's give some style here as well. Font size I want 15 pixel, and let's give line height here as well. Okay, and opacity you can give, or you can leave it as well. Okay, and let's remove the margin top. You can see margin is very wide. The next thing, I also want to change the color. So this is good. Should I make it 15? 15 will be, yeah, 14 is good. So I guess most of the part is done. Now to make 3 card, you just need to copy and paste, and to make it in the horizontal, so you can copy, like you can make this container, all the card in this are in this container. So just go on the top and select that card container, and then give display flex and flex wrap, and what I can give, justify content center. Okay, and one okay, I can give justify content space around, I guess. Okay, so this is cool. Now you can change the images of each container, each card. Let's change it to this. Okay, and the third, copy, paste. So we have achieved that thing that we discussed in earlier in the in the starting of this video. You can see when I moving my mouse on it, the image is getting smaller, and the blur is going out. But when I am moving my mouse out, the same thing, same transition or same animation is coming on that again. So that's about this video. I hope you have loved this video. In the next video, I will try to bring some more CSS features. So that's it. Thanks.